Incredible pictures there. Now, it was one night that some parents from the Makini school will never forget after their children spent a whole night marooned in their bus, submerged in floods in South Sea. It took the Kenya Red Cross at least 6 hours to rescue the children. Najma Ismail has the details.
11 children and 3 adults from Makini school were stuck for almost 8 hours along this road before the Kenya Red Cross rescued them due to the raging floods. Cyprus Olumbe, a parent to one of the children who was stuck inside the Makini bus along Muhoho Avenue in South Sea, tells us that last night was one of the longest nights of his life. His son failed to arrive home during his usual hour. Cyprus and his wife were devastated, and at midnight they couldn't take it anymore and called the Red Cross.
We asked, and Red Cross people said that something is happening, and that they can't send an ambulance, as she's saying, because ambulance will do nothing to that kind of situation.
Access to the site was a major issue. We tried to go through Nairobi and South Sea. We tried to go through the Nyayo roundabout, but all these were inaccessible, and up to around 4 hours we were trying to maneuver.
At that point, Cyprus and his wife panicked and called the school's transport department, who informed them that the children are safe and have been confined inside the bus. However, that did not put them at ease.
Immediately I went out of the gate. It was very clear the car cannot go through, because the whole car would be in the water.
Several hours later, Cyprus received a call from the school informing them that all the children had been rescued by the Red Cross and were being hosted at the Boma Hotel. Most of the children were traumatized, cold and distressed.
When we moved, the children were just in shock, just fear, because they were rained on. It was very cold and in a very serious situation. So there were no casualties, but that fear factor, the shock, and that related issues, and we were able to evacuate them to safety.
They were scared, they were cold, they were hungry. They were brought into the lounge here for some warmth. So those who were wet were given our gowns from the rooms, and they were served with refreshments as they waited for their parents.
Then I asked him, Leon, when all this were happening, where were you? He said, we all stood on the seats. And at that point, what happened? He said, I was traumatized. I said, what was traumatizing you? He says, I saw death. I stared death in my eyes.
The children inside the Makini bus were lucky to have survived the raging floods. Most of them watched as several cars were being submerged and others washed away. And being children, there are fears that there might be long-term health effects having been submerged in the waters for almost 8 hours. Najma Ismail, KTN Prime.